Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Yantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. So we are seeing last time, in a brief nutshell, we saw the definition of Brahman as Janmadhyasya. Then the whole thing Abhinana Nimitto Padana Karanam. Then we also saw what is Mithya, Abhasa Matram, mere appearance, rope snake, Trikalam Natishtati, doesn't stay in 3 periods of time. Yad Rupena Kriyate Tad Vyabhicharati. When you see in one thing, it keeps changing. Like the body, it keeps changing. COVID का बाद सबको मिला है क्यों ना? सब दिन हटा घटा दिखता था after COVID. Vyabhicharati, Mithya. Then Adhisthana Ananitya. That's which is not separate from the Adhisthana. Like the kurta, not separate from the cloth. All this we saw. What is Mithya? The whole Jagat became Mithya. Then we went back into Satyam, Abhaditam Satyam, and we came to the understanding that all Nama Rupa is Mithya. Then what is beyond the Nama Rupas? What is the content of the Nama Rupa? That Sat Akhyam, what is called as Sat, that alone is Abhaditam, pure existence. Formless existence is the reality behind this coaster. This is the example I used. Correct? Formless reality is the truth behind this coaster. And we also saw how the reductionist approach in science will not work. Because you keep breaking up things. As long as you are seeing a form, it's resolved into content. Form, content, form, content. Therefore, formless existence is the reality behind the whole thing. Then we took the word Jnanam. Because Satyam Jnanam Anantam. So all the bhadas, Samana Vikarnam, all that, we are done. I hope you remember all that. Okay? Yeah. Then, Jnanam. He said there has to be a conscious being. Then what is Mithya in the conscious being? Conscious being has got Pranadhari. Where do you see consciousness anyway? You're never going to see pure consciousness. All that you're going to see is a manifestation of consciousness through the body and mind. So there is a new discipline of science called biocentrism. And I talked about it in that talk also where you were there. That Institute of Science. Because up to now we are looking at physics for the answers to the fundamental building block of matter, of the world. But because of the study of consciousness, they call it biocentrism, keeping that as the main focus. But all study of consciousness will be what is available for a perception. That is through the body and mind. So there, what is Mithya? Vyabhicharati, Trikalam Natishtati, body gone, mind gone, same thing. Then we came to Jnanam, Jakti Matram, pure consciousness. And we also saw how that consciousness, here is where your question was, right? What is the question? Can you repeat it so others can also hear? Repeat it, yeah.
So, from the present moment,
yeah.
You made a leap to you are time, or there is no time but you.
Yeah.
And from this space, like right here, you made that same leap to.
Yeah.
So I couldn't follow along that leap.
Yeah. The logic is different there. There's a quantum leap of logic rather than a linear form of logic. True. Because what I said yesterday was the truth of time. As a gap between two events, all that is very clear. So the present is the truth of time, I said. Combining both the paradigms, I said, present is the truth. When you say present, what exactly you mean? Now. Now means what? Now means there is no first thought, second thought. It's the gap between those two thoughts, no? Is now. So in the gap, what is there? You. Because gap in thoughts, what is there? You, the conscious being. Can you see the leap there? Because we are always looking outside. Avritta chakshu. Avritta kaschit dhiraha. Paranchikani vyatirnat swayambhu. Swayambhu, the consciousness seems to have destroyed itself. Why? All the sense organs are focused outside. Paran pashyati, therefore they see everything outside. Na antaratma. Kaschit dhiraha avrita chakshu. Turning the focus towards himself, towards oneself. That doesn't mean you close your eyes and sit down and you get to know. You shift focus to the I. So like, this is the shifting focus. Not sitting down, closing your eyes and think meditating. One very famous teacher says this. Very popular teacher and good, I know him personally. Not from our parampara. Very nice person. No, that is not the paradigm. Like here, you are looking at the time, then suddenly realizing, hey, it is not there, it is I. Avrita chakshu. Can you see that? This is the avrita chakshu we are talking about. The focus shifts from this to I. In fact, when you say gap between two events, the focus is external. But when you say gap between two observations, the focus has already shifted. Truth of time. Same thing with space. Here means what? Not a length of space. Any length of space is an object. Okay. So that cannot be the truth of it. The truth has to be now and here. And now and here is back to me. Because now is back to me. So here also has to be back to me. So I have to be the truth of space also. I, the consciousness. First manifestation outside will be space. Isn't it? Because consciousness is limitlessness. So how can limitlessness manifest? Space. How else can it manifest? So Jnanam is free from time and space. The consciousness is free from time and space. Anantam. See, all this is possible because of two things. For those who have been listening for some time, all the more important. That we have used the definitions, our understanding of Mithya and the word Anantam to come to this understanding. So, are we creating new things? No. It's an explanation of what is already said. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Finished. Well defined. And that has to be understood. So the whole explanation, prakriyas and all of our explanation, understanding. That's why you can use any prakriyas. All the students are generally used to Drigdrishya prakriya. Atma Viveka. Drigdrishya. This is a different prakriya. It's all part of the Shastra. Nothing new. I am not creating any prakriyas. You can't, I am telling you. I tried. Long back when I started teaching in Bombay, I suddenly found a new logic in this. I said, have you actually created a new prakriya? And I thought, well, you're good, but not that good. I thought to myself, I had a very healthy self-appreciation. You're good, all right, but not that good. I said, there are Chandogya mein dekhega. I found the seed of what you have done there. I developed it, yeah, fine. That's a teacher's job anyway. Otherwise, you are not worthy of the name teacher. Okay. Acharya, Guru, and all, you can't call yourself if you can't develop it. Huh? or modify it to apply the present times. But the seed is there, isn't it? You're good, but not that good. I think I'm better than good, yeah, but okay. The seed is already there, you can't create anything. I'm telling you. Even digressing a bit, I was speaking to a designer. Said, there are only 4,000 designs in the world. Everything else is permutation combination. And all the designs have already have come out. You only use permutations combination of the thing. Looks likely. Though the end product of a design, of a computer-aided design, CAD, no? Today may look very different from the original. But if you trace back, you'll find it's from here. Anyway, that apart. I don't want to digress too much. Back to the topic. Okay, Satyam Jnanam Anantam now. Anantam is limitlessness. So the Anantam word throws its weight on Satyam and Jnanam. That's why you can understand that it is limitlessness. Okay, fine. That's fine. Now look at the other definition of Mithya also. Adhisthana Ananyatva. If Sat and Jnanam is limitlessness, that is Brahman is limitlessness, and the world that you are seeing is not real, apparent. Mithya, can it exist apart from Brahman? That means what is this world? Brahman. We do not say everything is Mithya. We say everything is Brahman. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahman. We are not Mayavadis. That's an accusation that has been put on us. We are Brahmavadis. We are Brahman and our Vada is Brahman. Brahmavadi. We are not Mayavadis. We are not saying everything is Maya. We say everything is Brahman. But I see it differently. That is Mithya. Yeah?
In the last class you said, therefore Brahman or Ishvara is Jagat Karanam.
Hmm?
You said Brahman or Ishvara is Jagat Karanam.
Hmm?
Then I have written down saying the apparent cause for the world.
Yeah, there's apparentness.
So is it the apparent cause for the world or is it the cause for the apparent world?
Both ways you can take it. If the effect is apparent, the cause is equally apparent. That's why it's an apparent cause of the world. But good point. Is it the cause of the apparent world or the apparent cause of the world? That's why I gave the example of Maya, 18th elephant. It's there and not there. Sata Satyam Anirvachaniyam. That also I said last time. Okay. Now with this, if you are looking at the world, your whole understanding of Mithya shifts. Yeah. Why? Because it's no more, we are not talking about illusory things. We are talking about day-to-day, functionally valid things. This kurta is valid. I am not wearing a upavastra. With Maharashtrians in the crowd, I don't use the word angavastra. Yeah. And upastra, or they will say upastra. Actually, upavastra is upastra. It's a kurta. But adhisthana ananyatvam, it is not separate from the cloth. You remove the cloth, there is no kurta. You unravel the kurta, the cloth still exists. Yeah, think of all the stitches. Which comes in the name, why do they come? Cloth is still left behind, kurta is not there. So now when you look at it, okay, let us go a step further. What is this thing that we are calling kurta? Kurta cloth, yes. But how did you come to a kurta? It is a concept. No? Correct? A concept that was born in someone's mind and you made it on, you actualized it on a piece of cloth. That's why you will say very intelligently, all things are born twice. One's in your mind and one's outside there. Correct? You first have to conceive of it, then you can do it. Shift focus. Brahman, Jagat Karma. Things are born twice. Conceive and then make it outside. There is no outside for Jagat Karma Brahman. Outside is there. It's all inside only. Because time and space is manifested from Brahman. If time and space is manifested from Brahman, is there something outside Brahman? Outside space kuch hai? All outside is within space only. Because inside outside is a reference point. Inside outside requires a reference point. Outside the room, inside the room. But outside the room is inside R&B. This place that we are in. Outside R&B is still within Keshav Srishti. So what is outside inside? Reference point. So if all spaces exist in Brahman, creation may inside outside together. He saw and it was there. The concept itself is a creation. To conceive itself is to create. Therefore there is no real creation. Everything is only a concept. Table is a concept. Really, this table isn't it a concept? If I keep it in the dining table, in front of it, another table, this will become a bench to sit on. No? How did table become bench and bench become table? Viewpoints, concepts. You will conceptualize in it. Whole world is like that. One girl wants somewhere, one guy wants somewhere. Parents meet and fix up. They go round and round the fire. No, your husband and wife. Husband and wife, किधर से? पवित्र बंधन है अग्नि को साक्षी मान कर. Yeah, correct. पवित्र बंधन है अग्नि. व्यवहार काले I'll accept it. It's sacred bond. When you look at it like this, what is it? You went round and round the mulberry bush and you became husband and wife. But ये क्या बात है? So how many people have danced with around the campfire? Husband and wife हो गए क्या? वो क्या है? But this the concept is no, that is a campfire. This is a yajna. Both are one of wood. Both are lighted up by human beings. Here some chanting happens, there some singing happens. Always I want you to see the Mithyism of the whole thing. Yeah, it's a sacred bond. Nobody denies that. At the same time, what it is, when you're looking at it from the stand that you take on this knowledge, what is it? Mithya, ya, theek hai. They have to feel that commitment. Some strangers, two strangers, they met a couple of times over a coffee somewhere. Oh, yeah, that boy meet girl thing. The boy comes home, the girl serves chai and batata pohe. महाराष्ट्र में बटन हो ही होता है ना, सब फिक्स्ड है वो. And then they're looking at each other. All parents around now. What? Even looking at each other becomes difficult. We have to go out and talk. कोई coffee shop में मिलेगा. Half an hour conversation. What do you really know of the other person? Really? In a half an hour conversation, what do you know? You know, there doesn't seem to be anything objectionable. Doesn't seem to be. But we are on our best behavior at that time, no? I may be a slob at home, but I'm going there, दाढ़ी वीडियो ज़्यादा ट्रिम कर रहे हैं वाइड में. हाँ ठीक है. Are you getting it? This is all. So how much do you know? If it doesn't work out, I'm not surprised. But so to feel a commitment, you do all the rituals. Actually, the rituals are supposed to get over in one muhurta. One muhurta is less than an hour, 58 minutes. But अपना South Indian है ना, ये भी करने का, वो भी करने का, वो भी करने का, ये भी करने का, वो भी करने का, वो भी करने का. In my family, we do this. Every uncle and aunt and Tom, Dick and Harry and Anna, Jane will come and add and add and add, and finally it becomes 4 hours. All of you have gone through it, no? Most of you have gone through it, not all. Some still have to go through it. Be careful, don't go and tell it, don't use a Mithya. Because it is Mithya, you are going to do it like that. Give it as sort of a sacredness to the whole thing, so that you feel of sacred bond here. Sacred bond means you are committed to making it work. Unless it's a hopeless case, then you won't. Yeah. Even Manu approves of this walking on and all the things. Manu was blamed for all women's ills, he approves of walking out in certain cases. Parashara Smriti and all, they all say that. Why? Vyabhicharati. This girl comes and tells me, he's not the man I married. Correct? And he tells me, 20 years she has been keeping on changing me, saying this is not correct, that is not correct. Vyabhicharati. Can you see? People change. Mithya. Fits into the definition or doesn't it fit into the definition? All you're doing is what Mithya. You have to have less attention for the men, less attention from the wife. Have a child. All our attention is 80% of our attention is there. Of course, you'll be still blamed for a lot of things. Your fault, I have to go through all this. Jokes apart. What I'm trying to say is the fact that it keeps changing itself shows the Mithya nature of it. Just a concept, no? Family is a concept. Relationships are conceptual. Parent-child relationship is conceptual. Because you have a certain idea how to parent. How did you get that idea? At 16 you would have sworn, if I ever become the mom, I will not do this with my children. At 30 you do the same thing. Well, because nobody teaches you parenting. You just pick it up. Like how you are parented, you will parent. Unless you consciously make a change. Now there are some things available. And most of those books are written by people who have never become parents. All conceptualization. whole of science, which is such a hardcore reality, physics, conceptualization. If you decide this is a particle you are looking for, you will get it. I'm guaranteeing you that. That's why opposing theories work. We talked that day before, the collapsing wave and all that thing. The electron is a wave or a particle. Wave when you are not looking at it. Particle when you are looking at it. Because it gets subconscious and freezes up. It's a collapsed moment of observation. We said all that because proving the Mithyatam, the Mithya nature of things. So it's both a particle and a wave. I thought science was about being definitive. You're now talking mystically. That's my field, not yours. So, everything that you are dealing with, conceptual, abhasa matram. It's not only the snake rope that is abhasa matram. Everything else is abhasa matram only. It's all an appearance. What is real? Table is real. Concept. Abhasa in terms of conception. Everything is concept. What is not concept? Idea of nation. Concept. No? I risk my life. I am willing to risk it again now. For the sake of the nation. It's conceptualization. Anyway, I can't give up my life. I am the life. I can't give up the body. है ही नहीं है. Concept है. One word. We are the world. You can sing. It sounds nice. होता है ये. There will be different thing. It has to be, world has to be like this, world has to be like that, world like that. A dozen concepts will come out. You can't get half a dozen parties together, they are fighting over each other. What you are talking about getting 132 nations together. And each nation, because they have their own concepts. The flip side of conceptualization. It's all Mithya. So what is Satyam? Brahman. Nothing else is Satyam. So this can give you a sense of what do I hold on to? If you really understand this much, you can have a feeling that what do I hold on to? If you understand Brahman, that is it. There is nothing to hold on to. You are the reality. If you don't, that's why Jagat Karanam Brahman comes in. Hold on to Ishvara, Ishvara's order of things. Okay, some stability comes into your life. Then the next part, which we have touched upon, what about the individual I? Jivo Brahmaiva. The Jiva is nothing but Brahman. Remember I talked about Bhagat Yaga Lakshmana and Satyam Jnana Anantam Bho. Here also the same thing comes in. We don't say Jiva is Mithya. Body is Mithya, we will say. We don't say Jiva is Mithya. Why? What is the content of the Jiva? Remember, we said that before, from the conscious being, all that you negate. Either Drikshya Viveka or Mithya. Because Brahman is Satyam. So if from the Jiva you have to negate all that is Mithya. Bhagatyaga Lakshmana. One part has to be given up. What is given up? All the Mithya only can be given up. Satyam only be given up. Satyam cannot be taken on or given up. Satyam is what is. He upade varjitam. You can't pick it up. I will accept the truth. What accepting of the truth are you doing? It is not open for accepting or rejection. Yeah. How is it open for acceptance or rejection? World is round. Is it really open for acceptance and rejection? You're only educating your mind about it, that's all. So, body, Mithya, Vibhicharati, Yat Rupena, Avasthitam, Tat Vibhicharati. Keeps changing. Natrika Tishtam is not there at 3 periods of time. Whatever, 80, 90, 100 years. Still, yeah. 100 years also very few people reach. Why? Because we abuse our system. Bhishma was around 150 years on the battlefield of Mahabharata. From the evidence available in the Mahabharata, debatable 125 or 165, within that range. Old man, a warrior who couldn't be touched. A warrior who couldn't be touched, 165. Drona was about 100, 80 to 100 range. 80 to 100 now we will say, अब तो बिल्कुल बूढ़ा हूँ, गोली खाकर जीता हूँ. Another invincible warrior. When he surveyed the battlefield, he said, "Sab mera chele." All my students only on both sides. Because every prince of that time took it as a thing of pride to be trained by Drona. At least 1 month जाके सीखो उनसे, 1 साल सीखो. Mithya, 165 years, but it had to fall one day. No? So ichha mrityu. It will fall when I decide. Yeah, but a time will come you will decide, bas ho gaya. Eternity is a curse that Ashwatthama got. Still alive. 5,000 years he has been living. He's still available in the foothills of the Himalayas, you will see him. A huge man. He'll come, dressed like a sadhu, Viksham Dehi. Haji, मैं खाना लेके आता हूँ. थोड़ा तेल दीजिए. He wants some oil. क्यों? घाव भरने के लिए. He says that. To fill my wound, where the gel was taken away from us. I tried to meet him. I said, come on, yeah, 5,000 years tapasvi and a warrior tapasvi. I missed him by 8 hours in one place. I landed up early morning and he had gone there from there the previous evening. Not been to me. But what is 5,000 years? One blink in the eye of time is gone. What is the life of a planet? We talk about Sharira. Similarly, a prana, same thing. Mithya, apparent. Emotions. Emotions are most apparent. Everything is going fine, then he said something which I got very upset about. Emotion changed by a word. Midnight. Knowledge we keep on updating. All Mithya. Ignorance you keep shedding. Keep spending on your ignorance. Mithya. Then what is Satyam? You, the consciousness, the one that is aware of the whole thing. The one that is aware of this whole, the world outside, the world inside, the body, the interface between the outside and inside, all that you are aware of. That I, the consciousness, is the truth of the Jiva. That cannot be negated. Why? You are the negator. How are you going to negate the negator? Therefore, Jiva is consciousness. Not separate from Jnanam or Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. In fact, the words, the sentence Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman brings in the Jiva because of the word Jnanam. It's a Mahavakya. Akhandata Bodhaka Vakyam, Mahavakya. It's a Mahavakya there. Therefore, there you are. Jivo Brahma. For emphasis, na para. Don't mistake it for anything else. So this is the reality. Therefore, Brahmavid apnoti param. If you know Brahman, you gain moksha. Because your limitlessness. Your limitlessness, I know. You are limitless. Which you? Consciousness. Where do you take the I is the question. Where do you place the I? Where do you place that? Here is where all the other sadhana, avantara sadhanas come into the picture. To see yourself as independent from all the mithya things. Otherwise it means it's just verbal, no? I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not... Swami, I couldn't understand very well. Right? You know, I have a backache. So you're not listening with your back, you're listening with your mind and your ears. No? So if you have a backache, why can't you listen properly? Backache, na? Back is not doing the listening. You're doing the listening. What happens? What's happening here? Your identification with the body is so much that you have a backache, you can't listen. Backache, you know? They are not. I'm not saying, please don't feel the pain. Wise men don't feel the pain. I'm not saying that. Nerve death happens what when you gain wisdom? Nerve death doesn't happen. Yeah. If at all, because you're so awareful, you'll become more aware of what's happening in your body. But you're getting dependent on it. See, for functioning, you're dependent on your body. You can't avoid that. That's functioning life. All functioning life is within the Mithya world. All functioning is Mithya. It's important to understand this also. All useful things are Mithya. Mithya is very useful. Mithya. You know, because we think because it's useful, it is not Mithya. That's a big block in our minds. You know? Why? Because Mithya has always been rope snake. No. All useful things are Mithya things. Why? To make it useful, it's a function. There is a function involved. Form follows function, isn't it? Art of good design. Form follows function. The form of a thing is based on the function. This glass. Supposing it was closed from top also, will there be a function? Not of drinking water. This function will not be possible. If it's closed on top, it will become a paperweight. That function it gets up. Are you getting it? Useful, but Mithya. Glass is there, glassy. There is no glass, it's all glass. I hope you're getting it. There is no glass, it's all glass. Where is glass? It's silica. Nothing but silica. It's all sand. Can you say that? You can't say it's sand, you can say it's silica. Sand is also silica. All useful things are Mithya. Useless things, of course, can be Mithya. That I don't have to say because your mind will say, useless. The useful things. But useful things are also Mithya. You know, Shankara writing his introductory work to this commentary on Brahma Sutras. This is Sambandha Bhashya. There is a connection, you know. You are introducing the Brahma Sutras. That Bhashya is known as the Adhyasa Bhashya. What Mithya? What is Mithya? Adhyasa is Mithya. Adhyasa is what? Conceptualization. In a modern way of putting it, all Adhyasa is nothing but conceptualization. Why? What is Adhyasa? Atasmin tat buddhi. Simple definition. Atasmin tat buddhi. Tat buddhi, buddhi of that. In atasmin, not that. The buddhi of snake, tat, snake. In not snake, rope. Buddhi of kurta. In non-kurta, cloth. That's good. He said, therefore, he goes on very, very elaborately, beautiful. One of the most beautiful bhashyas ever written. Okay? This is Adhyasa Bhashya. Some of you have heard Adhyasa Bhashya from me. Others will hear it in time. Upanishad class of Honika Bhaat. Then I do my next round of Brahma Sutras. By the way, abhi tak 5 rounds ho gaya. 5 rounds have happened. 5, 6. Anyway, that apart. There he says, Iyam adhyasam puraskritya, keeping this adhyasa in view, this conceptualization, Atma, taking it all as one, taking it as different from what it is. Sarve pramana prameya vyavahara. All function of knowing happens because of that. He says. Pramana means means of knowledge. Prameya, object of knowledge. To take this as a glass of water, what is it really? We have seen that. Satyam, Anantam, Brahma. What am I taking it as? The moment I say I know it is a glass, now Brahman has been conceptualized. Existence awareness has been conceptualized as glass. Existence awareness that I am has been conceptualized as knower. I am the one who knows the class. I am different from the class. Anyone sees is not different from the class? No one sees that. You are different from it. Even though you are holding it. And you are into energy work. So you will hold the glass for 1 hour like that. 1 hour? 1 hour is nothing. 4 hours. You can hold it 4 hours like that, you are becoming a master. Other hand also. Something is kept on a head also. If you are dharana, this is dharana, okay? And this is hardcore dharana. Not the dharana of the yoga classes that you go to. This is hatha yoga dharana. Keep holding it. Don't look at me, I can keep holding it for the whole class and it don't disturb me at all. It may disturb you all. Itna time holding is on you. This conceptualization Yam adhyasam puraskruta. Sarve pramana prameya. Why pramana prameya? Because it's only after that action will come into the picture. No? You have to know something before you act. No? I can't take it up and drink unless I know it is a glass of water. So all functioning activities. Then he goes on to say, Laukika Vyavaharasya, Vedikasya, Laukika Vedikasya, worldly activities. I'm in love with this person. Brahman is in love with Brahman. There's only one. Where is there two to love? एक ही है. Because love is also. There's only one. Now, Swami, correct it. We are one soul in two bodies. Narayana. That's called height of romanticism. You will soon understand it is not only one soul, two bodies, two minds, two feelings, two thinkings, two conceptions, everything is true. Well, you can be together, fine. But this happens only because you are taking yourself one finite being and the other person another finite being. Any activity, worldly, based on this. Vedikasya. All Vedic activities. I thought Vedic was all spiritual. Yeah. And Vedika he divides it into two. Vidhi Pratishveta. Do's and don'ts. That's the karma section. The first section. Ajnana Kritam. Brahman is there, you conceptualize Brahman is heaven. Brahman is there, you conceptualize him as a jiva. Then after that, this jiva wants to go to heaven. Tourist mentality है नहीं. I want to Turkey. I want to see Istanbul, Constantinople, and all that. देखा. Went on an Alaskan cruise. हाँ, होगी देखा. हिमालय गए क्या? ये हिमालय अपना ही है ना. Ask us who roamed in the Himalayas like Kavita. No, we know how much God beauty is there. Anyway, this guy is seeing all that. Now, we heaven जाने. Actually, it's an insurance plan. He doesn't want to go to the other place. So the insurance can is not that heaven is very attractive. Indo-Pakistan cricket match नहीं मिलेगा heaven में. आज एशिया कप है ना 2:30 onwards. You can watch it in the hall, dining hall. If you are wrong. 4 o'clock class है उसका पहला. You won't get that in heaven. Boring place. Song and dance and music कितना बोर हो जाएगा. Conceptualization. Adhyasa. I am finite and that is a place. It's Brahman. Whole world is everything is nothing but Brahman. And you say now heaven is separate from Brahman. You are Brahman. But you have taken yourself as Abrahman, not Brahman. Otherwise, how will you want to go to heaven? I'm going to do this yoga. I don't want anything. God's grace. Mokshatam. Guru Chitta Bhakti Machalam. It's praying there. And there's a Vedanta class going on there. You prayed for moksha. God sent you a Vedanta teacher to take a class in your setup, but you're still going with the ritual only. No, Swami, I'm different. I have come for a Vedanta class. Adi Devo Brahmeti, very seriously, traditional. What is the teacher thinking? A champion. Brahman is taking himself to be an ignorant character and coming to learn from another Brahman. How many Brahmans are there? Vidhi Pratiksha, Moksha Paranicha, even the Moksha Shastra is based on this Adhyasa only, isn't it? This conceptualization only. Unless you take yourself as an ignorant person and want to free yourself from that ignorance, you will never come to Vedanta studies. This is also Mithya. Mithya. Am I teaching? I'm not teaching. Swamiji, then we should not come for the class. Don't come. If coming is Mithya, not coming is not, is Satyam. If coming, there is a hope. You will understand your Satyam. Not coming, that hope is not there. मजा आता है. This is traditional Vedanta. Okay, it's, the whole thing is so beautiful. What is not Mithya is a question. Some says everything is Mithya. Where is Satyam? Where the Mithya is. Where is the rope? Where the snake is. Otherwise he will become like Mullah Nazaruddin. Mullah Nazaruddin is searching for something under the street light. So another character comes. Mullaji, what are you searching for? My keys. Acha, let me help him. I want to search. Half a dozen people are now searching for me. They covered every square inch of that place. Nasaruddin ji, where did you drop it? Outside my door there. Why are you searching here? Udhar light nahi hai. Udhar light nahi hai. Iske liye I am looking for it here. This is what happens to people who say Atma is beyond. This is very, very, all of you are exposed to this. Beyond everything. Beyond the mind, beyond the this. Body, mind, etc. Mithya. Atma is beyond. Yeah. Leave that snake rope there and look for a rope elsewhere. Very good to hang yourself. Body is Mithya. Is it a conscious entity or not? That which the eyes cannot see, that because of which the eyes see. Know that to be Brahman. Yaad hai Matsya Upanishad mein? Kena Upanishad. That which can't be heard, but because of which you hear. What does it show? Satyam Mithya. Right there. It's not an object of your perception, but it is that because of which you can perceive. The content of the knower is consciousness. That which you cannot conceive or think of as an object, but because of which you can think. And what does this idiot say? It is beyond the mind. ऐसा भी बुजुर्ग भी लोग हैं. How? How will it work? How do you expect it to work? You are on a lifelong trip. Beyond. You should call these characters beyond Anandas. Where the Mithya is, there the Satyam is. Upalabdhisthana. Where do you recognize it? You recognize it as I. You don't search for Brahman. Kidhar hai? Dhoom ki nikal. You can't hunt him out. You can't search him out. If you are trying that, you will become Hagar the Horrible. You have seen that comic strip, no? Hagar. So his wife is drinking tea. Hagar said, my dear, I am going on a raid to Paris. Vikings raided Paris and all. They reached up to Paris and then conquered part. Do you want anything from there? Well, You better pick up some culture from there. Out comes the soul. Don't worry, my dear. If it is there, I will get it for you. If you are searching for Brahman, this is what will happen. ढूंढ के रह जाओगे. Why? The ढूंढर is Brahman. The one who doing all the ढूंढing, now searching, he is Brahman. Okay. So the very search is the denial of Brahman. Correct. I'll stop searching. And what will you do? Sit down. You're worse off. Searching, at least there's a hope you have come to some teaching. If you don't search and sit at home, understand the paradox of the whole thing. This is the whole thing is. You can't hunt it out, you can't search it out. That is why in the Gita, when Arjuna tells Krishna, Sishyasteyam Shali Mahantam Prapana, I am in all this sorrow, Soham Sochami, I am in all this grief. Sishyasteyam, I am your Sishya, please teach me. I have done my job, I surrender to you, teach me. And he taught, Prahasan Nivabha. With a smile on his lips, he taught, right? Banda line mein aa gaya. Khud Brahma hu. No. I had a student, he's no more now. This is one of his favorite dohas. Sahaya Sahab. Hai insaan ke bhat bhakti. Bad lot of the human being. High andas ke bahar is beyond all scope of imagination. Right? Khud khuda hokar banda nazar aati hai. Hey Malik, tere bande ho hum. Attitude is good. The bhakti extra is good for antakarna shuddhi. But understand all adhyasa. All mithya. And imagine from God's standpoint what will be. Yaar, look, champion, itna teachers bheja hai, fir bhi ye champion aise bolta. The teacher was Mastaram sitting in Rishikesh, भिक्षा खा के भंडारा खा के मस्तराम होके बैठा था ऋषिकेश में, उसमें उसको बॉम्बे भेजा है मायापुरी में. और फिर भी बोलते बंदा. I'm doing Khandana now. Mandana will come later. Okay. There's a paradigm, Khandana Mandana. So in this whole thing, to see the whole, everything that you do, other than the fact that you are, is Mithya. Other than the fact of what you really are. How the hell will you live with this knowledge? संसार का मजा देखकर दुनिया का खेल देखकर भी लिve और what else is there? Because your limitlessness, this limitlessness, when it manifests in the mind, is called Ananda. All of you have had experiences of Ananda. Experiential level Ananda, all of us you have had. That the joy, happiness, etc. When I crack a joke and you laugh, what is happening? Manifesting itself. No? The limitless nature of your mind. Why? In appreciation of his joke, your mind is dismissed. Zen, go on. Dismiss your mind. Yoga also will do the same thing. Who said it won't? I worked with both. I told you the Zen master I met. So you cannot step into the same river twice. I said, are you sure you can step into it once? Good. How's it not? I mean, I can play any role, what's the problem? I'm comfortable with different religious thought. The mystics of all religions are the same. They know it. The mystics in every religion understood the truth. Because the truth is not a private property of one religion. No. No, not private. Yeah? You have a question? Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, the truth is not private property. So the seeds of it are there in every religion. Other religions have not developed it so well as we have, that's all. Truth is there. But other things have come around, stories and corruptions have come around there. Here in India, it's all inclusive. If this is the highest, you have simple things also. Bhagavatam hai, ye, wo hai. Start where you are. Start by saying, hey Malik, tere bande ho. Acha, good beginning. Start with that. So we include everything. We don't exclude anyone. But that doesn't mean all that is not Mithya. Swami, then Ishvara also should be Mithya. Back to square one. World is Mithya, not Ishvara. Ishvara is Brahman. If Jiva is Brahman, is Ishvara going to be separate from Brahman? Jiva is Brahman. Jiva Brahmaiva. And Ishvara is a totality that's separate from Brahman. It is Brahman only. Another word for Brahman with respect to the creation, Ishvara. And if Jiva is Brahman, Ishvara cannot be a non-Brahman, Mithya. That's ridiculous. I know there is an ashram that is run near Bombay, Lonavala, where they laugh at Ishvara. They laugh at people standing outside a temple. And he calls it an academy for studying Vedanta. Guy doesn't know. I know him well. So in public gatherings, he a little bit remains away from me because he knows me. In those days when I knew him well, I was very moved. Not that I am not now, but now I know when to say and when not to say. That time I would say anything. He sort of remained away from me. He was very. Kya bolega, nahi bolega, malum nahi. I will be exposed to it. That's not how it is. Ishvara is important. Because Ishvara is nothing but Brahman. If Jiva is Brahman, Ishvara is not separate from Brahman. Ishvara is Brahman only. So that Jivatvam that you are talking about, Jivatvam is a pure experiential delusion. Here I can use the word delusion. Jivatvam is
Experiential?
It's an experiential delusion. On the basis of an experience, you are made of this thing. Conclusion. I experience finite things. I experience myself as finite. Correct, right? Because you're functioning through this one given body. So that any experience is finite. The moment you call it an experience, it's finite. Samadhi experience is finite. Why? Samadhi experience not throughout the waking dream and deep sleep is Samadhi. How long was it? Half an hour. Huh? Swamiji, this Mahatma, 13 days he was in Samadhi. On top of a hill in South India. 13 days. 13 days makes it infinite. Not even 2 weeks. Finite. Experience means finite. Remember. Conceptualization has come in. Otherwise, where is the experience? The knowledge that you are getting when you say, yes, it is true, I am Brahman. That is also finite. Because there's a thought, no? Of recognition. Finite. What is left behind? You. And what is that? Brahman. What is that? Limitlessness. So what is the knowledge? To negate the ignorance that is there in your mind. Now look at it. How books present it. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya varjitam. It manifests itself as all the gunas of all the sense organs, etc. The whole universe. Sarvendriya varjitam is at the same time independent of all that, free from everything. Brahman is manifest as the whole thing. Itself is asanga, untouchable. Satyam Mithya in the Gita again. Na bhavo vidyate sata, na sato vidyate bhava. Sataha abhavana vidyate. And asataha bhavana vidyate. Sataha abhavana vidyate. What is Sat cannot go into non-existence. And what is Asat cannot be created. But some of you said Mithya. Mithya is created. No? Not really. There is no real creation. There is only a conceptualization. There is only a manifestation. We don't use the word creation, really speaking. We use the word creation as a starting point because people are stuck with the creation. It's just a manifestation. Even when the Bible says God created the world out of nothing, what he means is nothing other than himself. Because from nothing, nothing will come. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Beginning was the Word. Word means knowledge. Word was with God. The knowledge was with God only. Who else is the source of all knowledge? And the Word was God. God is nothing but knowledge, consciousness. No? There the implied meaning of the word is to come. I mean, the Christian church may not accept my interpretation of it. That's how I am looking at it. As I said, the seeds of this truth is available in all religions. So I can quote the Gita, I can quote the Bible. The last verse of the Quran talks about formlessness. The last verse. That's why they say God is formless, you can't worship, you can't have an image. उधर गड़बड़ कर दिया, उधर गड़बड़ कर दिया. So Sahaya Sahib used to say, where the Quran stops, the Upanishad begins. So any words you take, especially in the Gita, etc., you will have this, that he is everything, he is free from everything. He is everything, these type of verses you will find all over. Vishwarupa Darshan. Lord manifests the whole cosmos. It's 14 dimensions. So, that's Brahman manifests as 14 dimensions. At the same time, what? Free from all dimensions. Because dimension manifestation, Mithya. The Satyam Mithya makes the whole thing clear. If you don't understand Satyam Mithya, you have not understood Vedanta. No problem. That's why I said I'll take one verse and spend time on it. Because to make the nuances clear. Otherwise, you'll be like this professor who comes to my teacher, accused. You get the chair, philosophy chair in Berkeley. He comes and meets my guru and says, Swami, everything is Vedanta, is clear except two things. And Swami is saying, there are no two things in Vedanta, there is only one thing. I mean, he's thinking that inside. But anyway, what is that? What is Satyam other than Mithya? That is not clear. Everything else is clear. What is everything else? Theory of karma. Theory of karma is incidental so that your mind won't keep asking unnecessary questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? Well, bad things don't happen to bad people. No, that is expected. Bad things have to happen to bad people. So because you are good, nothing bad should happen to you. From where did this logic come up? I'm a good person, no? I'm a good person. Why should I get cancer? What does cancer got to do with your goodness? I'm a good person, but I'm not successful in life. All bad people only are successful. So you want success? Be a bad person. How can I be bad? Then be unsuccessful. Long-term success only comes. Good ethics is good business. Okay. Short-term success may come with unethical means, but long-term success will come only with ethical means. But that apart, but we have these steps. So karma theory is to explain all this away. And the conceptualization it is. It has a functional validity. Mark my words. Vyavaharic validity is got nothing more than that. So all this theory of creation, how much this whole Panchikaranam is very clear. Very clear is dialectical theory of creation. So then when did Akasha get divided up? How can you divide up Akasha? For Panchikaranam grossification. Tell me, was it that? Nobody asked that question. Nobody has asked. I don't know how many times I was taught it. That's why I'm raising it today. How come Panchikaranam comes in? Kaisa ho sakta? Nahi ho sakta. But your mind is stuck on the creation. That mind is stuck on the concept of creation. How did it come? How did it come? Arey Baba, it didn't come. How did that snake come? You're seeing the rope. How did that snake come? Arey, snake didn't come. I didn't. Then how come I saw it? I don't know. You tell me. You saw it. I didn't see it. You tell me how you saw it. So some explanation. If you study Vedanta Paribhasha, elaborate explanation. Na? Kachikati samskara. Samskara of snake in your mind. Avidya of the rope in your mind. So the mind projects that along with the samskara. So your mind will shut up and say, barabar. The mind is struggling to understand how is this only? 3 classes I take for explaining that. Mithya, just to shut up your mind. और क्या है? Have you seen this? Epistemology in Vedanta, big topic. Oh my God, among scholarly things. I got scholars ringing me up. Swami, have you talked on this? I said there's a simplified version if you want on my YouTube. Can we download it and take it paste? मेरे को copyright किधर चाहिए? I don't have copyright myself. Copyright is with Bhagavan, nobody else. It is not even with Dharmaraja Advaran, who wrote Vedanta Paribhasha. It is not with him also. Why? Before that, Siddhanta Desha Sangraha was there. Before that, Vivarna Prameya Sangraha is there. None of them have copyright. Sab Ishvara ka hi hai. So download and take it. Epistemology. How does the pramana work? ठीक है. रहवा दे. It's necessary to a point of clarity in your mind. That's all. We're all Mithya world mein hai, okay? What is Satyam? You. Jivo Brahman na aparaha. Don't you have a doubt it is something else? Jiva is Brahman. That means you are Brahman. Huh? Who is it? Shiva is Brahman. You, who took yourself to be a Jiva, who took yourself to be a created entity. Oh Lord, I am so small, your world is so vast. I am lost in the ocean of samsara. I am struggling here. है इंसान के बदबख्ती है अंदाज के बाहर खुद खुदा होकर बंदा नजर आते. That's all that is there. You are Brahman, finished. Matter over. Satyam Jnana Anantam. If you understood Satyam Jnana Anantam, fine, job over. उसका बाद क्या करने का है? उसका बाद चाय पीने का. Literally, time what? Now, the beauty of it is, I have 2 more classes. Is it complete? Yes. At the same time, there are some nuances. Okay. So, the nuances and how to go about with this knowledge. With this knowledge, with this insight in you, put it that way, with this insight in you, how to make it a fact of your life. All that, I have 2 more classes. Nuances plus this important fact. How to get rooted in this knowledge so that you are Ananda anytime. And once you know, you can teach. Why? Because you know the truth. You can sit under a tree and teach. You don't need verses, you don't need this, you don't need anything. Do I need Satyam Jnana Ananda Brahman? I don't need that also. So once in a way in the camp, I'll do it like this. Next time maybe I'll take a text. So people will say, I texted. Whatever. There's something to hold your mind on. Here, there's nothing for you to hold your mind on. Nothing? There's everything. It's not nothing, it's everything. What Brahman is there for you? To be rooted in. Rooted in you. Even rooted in, I can't say. Can you see that? You are Brahman. Where are you getting rooted in yourself? So the nuances and the other part, I have 2 classes. Arams. Where does the timeless come into time anyway? You are in time and you are beyond time both. So there is plenty of it. Since you are timeless, there is all the time the world is going. Om.